Hey guys, how's it going? It's HelpfulLockPicker here, and the video I have for you today is going to be on the Multipick Elite 27-piece pick set. This is a review I'm so excited to do, and I just want to say thank you again to Multipick for sending this out to me. If you're interested in seeing my initial unboxing and initial impressions video, what I'm going to do is put a link on the top here so you can consider checking that out. One thing that I really think that is cool about this set is it is 100% made in Germany, and one thing that makes it stand apart from a lot of the competition is it comes with a 30-year manufacturer warranty if used under adequate use. It is really cool to see a company stand by their product, and I just want to say, Multipick, that is a great thing that you are doing. How much is this set going to cost? If you are buying this set outside of the European Union, such as in the United States, you will not need to pay the union tax. So you can get this for about 117 US dollars, but if you live within the European Union, you're going to pay about 139 US dollars. What is really cool about this set is it's going to be a set that is really great for beginners that do not own any picks, tension wrenchers, and just want to get one set that's going to give them a lot of tools to get started. When I first got this set, I was initially extremely impressed with the case itself. It is such a sleek profile. It's going to fit in your bag very well. It has very smooth, strong leather with some really nice stitch work. When you first open up this case, you're going to notice how well it's designed. It has this flap here that's going to hold everything right in place. You're not going to lose any of your tools, and this additional flap is going to make it that much more secure. This is going to be a really great investment on your part, and you do not want to lose any of your stuff. And I just want to say that is a really nice design by Multipick. When you open up this pick set, you're going to find a really nice selection of tools. What you're going to find is several different hooks. You're going to find short hooks, medium hooks, and some very steep hooks. You're also going to find a few half diamonds, a tall half diamond, a shorter half diamond, and a DeForest diamond. You're going to have a really nice set of rakes. You're going to have a city or L rake. You're going to have several snake rakes, a Bogota style rake, and then you're going to have a few of the fluff items that you get in pretty much every set like this. You're going to have the snowball, which you can actually file into your own pick if you'd like to play with that, a snowman pick, and then a key extractor. This is going to have a really great selection of tension wrenches as well. You're going to have two bottom of the keyway tensioners without the twist, which are my favorite type, one with the twist. Then you're going to have a double-sided bottom of the keyway tensioner. You're going to have a wide tensioner right here, which you can use for shutter locks, and you can also use this on double-sided wafer locks, and it's a really nice tool to have that you do not always get in a set. And then you're going to have a top of the keyway tensioner in 40 thousandths of an inch, one in 50 thousandths of an inch. Both of these have teeth and they're going to grab onto your locks very well. And then one without teeth that's about 26 thousandths of an inch. And these are going to be tension wrenches for postal boxes, which is not something I use very often, and I think this is something interesting to have. When I take a closer look at the picks, the first thing I'm going to notice is how well they are made. They come with a really nice metal handle, and it just feels very smooth in the hand. The finishing on these picks is excellent. It is very smooth without any rough edges, and you're going to be able to use this pick right out of the box without any problems, and that is such a nice thing to have. And when you're spending this amount of money on a set, it is something that you should expect as well. When you take a look at the thickness, it is going to come in a really nice thickness for a beginner. It is going to come in about 22 thousandths of an inch, which is not too thick and not too thin. And when you convert that to millimeters, you're going to be about at 0.58 millimeters. If you're starting off in the US, this is going to give you enough room to get into the vast majority of locks, and it's going to make it so you do not bend or break your picks. The metal on these picks feel very strong, and it feels like they're going to stand the test of time. I have opened up several locks, and I am very happy with them. One thing that you do not often see in picks is you do not often pay attention to the shank height. On these picks, they have a reduced shank height, which is going to be very helpful when you are trying to open up locks. When you take a look at the shank height, you can see it's going to be this part right here. Here's an example of a pick with a thicker shank height, and you can see how it is going to be much taller than the Multipick on the top. One problem with a thicker shank height is the fact that when you start to pick a lock and you go into the back, you're going to have the shank start to lift up on the pins on the front, and they're going to start to get in the way. That can put you at risk for oversetting, and it can make picking open locks a little bit more difficult. This is going to get into locks with tighter keyways, and that is a really nice thing to do. When I take a really quick look at the shank height difference on this pick, I'm going to go all the way down to the base because that is where it is usually the thickest. And I'm getting about 2.12 millimeters. And then when I take a look at the shank height on the one that is a little bit taller, I'm getting about 3.05 millimeters. And that is a big difference. One thing to consider when you have a pick with a thinner shank height is you need to have a pick that is going to be strong, because that makes you at risk for bending and snapping. I have found that these picks have felt very strong in the locks, and I'm not too concerned by that, and I think it is definitely worth the risk. That is a really cool thing to have. Another thing, when you take a look at these picks, you can see that they have the model number written on it. This is product number 06. So if you ever need a warranty claim or any problems with your pick, you can mention exactly which pick you are talking about. And then on the bottom here, you can see that these were made in 2019, and there's a little code on the bottom so you can identify them even further. I want to say that if you are a person that is first starting out in lock sport, this is going to be a really great set for you to have. You're going to have a really nice selection of short hooks. You're going to have a lot of different rakes to be able to get started, and the non-skilled attacks. You're going to have a good amount of tensioners to get you started. I am always happy to see a set that comes with top of the keyway tensioners. That is such an important part of lock sport. So all in all, I'd like to say that I am extremely happy with the set. I feel like it is a very decent price, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to show you a really quick example of this set in action, just opening up a few locks. So what I'd like to do now is to show you a quick example of me opening up some locks off my progressive lock list. It's a really great list to have people have a place to start when they are first starting off in lock sport. If you'd like to check that list out, I'll put it in the video description below. So what I'm going to do is do this clear acrylic lock. I'm going to use the bottom of the keyway tensioner, and let's just see what it takes to open this up with a few of the rakes. I'm going to use the city rake right now, and I'm just going to rock up and down and see if we can get this lock to open up. And we have now just opened up this clear lock. Let's lock it back up again, and now that we've used the city rake, let's try out the other rakes that we have. I'm going to now take out the Bogota style rake, and let's see how well we can get this lock open using that. Okay, we're just going to do some light tension, going to rake, and we got that open almost right away. And then we're going to try out the snake rake. I usually use the snake rake more on wafer locks, but it can be used on pin and tumbler locks. The most important thing is you just keep trying out rakes until you get one that works. And we were able to get that open right away. Now one thing I'd like to show you is going to be the shank height, how well that can help. What I'm going to do is pick this lock open doing some single pin picking. We're going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can see that I'm not really coming into contact with one all that much, and now I can hit the last pin, and then we're going to be able to get this lock to open up. Now when I take a pick that has a little bit of a thicker shank height, which is going to be this one right here, you're going to see how it can get in the way sometimes. So we're going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but look, as I am lifting up on 5, I am touching 1, and you can see that that is starting to go up. And that is something that you do not have to worry about as much when you're using a pick with a thinner shank height. You can often overcome that by using a steeper hook as well. Now what I'm going to do is get open this Master Lock model number 140. I am going to try out the top of the keyway tensioner. and we're going to see how well we can pick a lock open. Let's just see. 1, click on 2. I think I may have overset. Let's just try that one more time. This is a really cool lock to pick because you can get it open so many different ways. Click on 1. We're able to get that open. Hey, put up a little bit of a fight. I think I overset one of the pens, but the top of the keyway tensioner works very, very well. And then the last lock I'd like to share with you is my Master Lock model number 570. This is a lock that just likes to just open up however you do it. It kind of has a mind of its own. Sometimes it likes to rake open, zip open. Sometimes you have the single pin picket. Let's see if we can rock it open since we have a really nice reduced shank height. So we're just going to do some light tension, and we got that open right away. This lock is usually quite easy though. But either way, guys, I just want to say that this is a really cool set that I have, and I just want to say thank you again to Multipick for sending this out to me. I think this is a really well-organized kit. It comes with some really nice tools. I really love the fact that they are all labeled so you know exactly which pick is which. It can help you put everything back in order and being able to just identify the tools. These picks feel like they're going to stand the test of time and that they are very well made, and I am so happy to have this in my collection. So would I recommend this set to a beginner? My answer is absolutely yes. If you're willing to invest the money, you're going to have a really great set and it's going to last you a long time. This is such a cool set to have, and I am just so happy to have it, and I'm going to play with it a lot in the upcoming weeks. But either way, guys, if you have any questions or suggestions or just anything that you'd like to share on this set at all, please drop it in the comment section below, and I'd really love to check it out. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope you all have a great day. And thank you so much for checking this out. And if you'd love to check out this set, what I'm going to do is I'll put a link to it in the video description below so you can check it out for yourself.